everyone. Thank you for tuning in to Living Well. I am your host, Ladyfire Jones, and today we have a very special guest. Today's topic is on financial wellness. So, just to introduce myself, I am Ladyfire Jones. I am a mental health nurse practitioner. I am a minority mental health advocate. I am a mother, I'm a wife, I'm a niece, and I'm a friend. And this show is geared to bring value to people and put people in position to live well. Wellness crosses a broad spectrum from health to wealth because wealth is health and health is wealth. I am a entrepreneur and I own several businesses, Complete Dimensions, which is a mental health, full service mental health clinic, along with OmniPoint Real Estate and also Destination Credit Spot, which is a financial services business. So all of those businesses are geared to help support people in the community and cross the spectrum of providing people with health from a medical standpoint and also from a financial standpoint. So today I have invited one of my mentees to be a guest today and talk about how he learned how to basically live well. Because when he came to me, he was financially sick. Now, in a year's time, he is definitely living well. So everybody's definition of living well is different. But when you can transition in your life to the potential that you never thought and to understand the abundance of that's in life, then that just is a major game changer. That's when you become free. You become free from any and everything. It's like you can just soar like a butterfly, like a bird, total freedom. So this young man, he definitely is doing that, and was able to basically put him and his family in a different position. So I am super excited to have him aboard today and to be a part of this discussion, because I think it's important when people can really resonate with you when they can see that you came from the same point that they did, and now you are now positioned in a whole different place by making simple transitions. It's not anything special, anything magical. It's just a whole transition in mindset and the way you have been taught to think, the way you were culturally taught to think about having relationship with money, because there is truly, truly, truly an abundance of financial freedoms that can be obtained. The problem and the barrier is that we have set ourselves to think in a scarcity mindset. So once you are now set in that scarcity mindset, then now it kind of just snowballs and it's hard to change that mindset. But once you are able to change that mindset, then you can see that there is absolutely, totally no limit. So I don't see my guest yet. He hasn't arrived. So I will just go ahead and continue with the topic of basically living your best life in abundance. So you can basically just take the things that you are passionate about, purposeful about, and turn them into things that gets you financially free. And I think that is one of the things that I love about the younger generation. And one of the reasons why, they're so successful is because they have no restraint. They have no fears. They just go out and they do it. They try it. They don't set a limitation on themselves. They just do it. And most of them do it all from their cell phone or all just from sitting home. Playing video games is a multi-million-dollar business that young people are taking part in. So I think that it is very important for us to do that, to encourage our children to do so. So I am going to take a quick break and see if my guest is having issues with coming on, and we will go ahead and continue with the show. Okay, so my guest was finally able to get on. So thank you all for being patient and waiting. Every time you got some good information to give out, there's always something trying to stop that information from forth. But we're going to go ahead and continue. And I am going to introduce Mr. Quincy Harris as part of the show. Oh, where did he go? I don't know. Maybe he had some more, had another difficulty. He was just here. Hello, Quincy. How are you?
I still can't hear you.
You can't hear me?
Yeah, it's real choppy.
You can't hear me?
It's real choppy on this end over here.
Okay. Oh, okay. I'm sorry that we have connection, but introduced you as my special guest, Mr. Quincy. And I met Quincy probably about a year ago. And well, let Quincy share how he came in acquaintance with me and why. So go ahead, share
I
your story.
I cannot. Can you hear me?
Yes,
Say again.
yes, I can. I can
There
hear
it goes.
you.
There it goes. It
Yes,
cleared.
I can
There
hear
you
you.
go. Oh God, I thought it was gonna be crazy. Now, what you said?
I said, go ahead and share with everyone how you became in acquaintance with me and why.
Okay, about a year ago, I met Tasha. Well, me and Tasha linked up, and me and Tasha got together, and we was talking about investing in real estate and everything that I needed to do, and asked me how was my credit and all of that things, and it wasn't too good. Let's just be honest, it wasn't good at the time. And then she turned me on to Ladyfire, and when she turned me on to her, basically she took my score through the roof. Now, with having good credit opens up your business to do almost anything you want it to do.
So basically, you came into acquaintance through another mutual friend of mine. And because you were trying to get started in doing real estate.
Right, correct.
But at the time, your credit was not in the position to really look at being in that business.
Exactly.
So after me and Tasha, then and then speaking with me, you decided to start working with me. Now you didn't know me, nor did you know Tasha. Is that correct?
That's correct. I didn't know neither one.
Okay. And so, but what made you decide that you would still work with me or her without having any clue about us?
Uh Conversation. You got to it's a skill of having to know how to read people and know if somebody is real about what they're saying, or if they're, just trying to pull your leg, or if somebody just after doing something just to get money for it. And that wasn't the case. The case with this was two women was trying to help me get for me to reach my goal after me explaining to them what I wanted to do and how I wanted to do it. And be honest, it was mind change. It was it blew my mind because of the simple fact that with the credit part, and Tasha with her real estate mindset, and both of y'all sit there and took me under your wing. You could both say, both of y'all call me your little brother, and it felt more like a family. It felt more like what I wasn't even used to. Like, I don't get the same type of love or the same type of support from the people that's around me that I have to see on a day-to-day basis.
Right. So what I'm hearing you say is basically it authenticity
Exactly.
that basically would seal the deal for you to say, hey, let me go ahead and what do I have to lose when I'm already losing?
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly. What I've been
And you could pretty much say on the financial aspect of your life, you were sick, you was unhealthy.
out very unhealthy.
When I came with you, you was working, you was trying to work, but it wasn't there yet,
Right.
right?
Right.
Right. So then how long after you working with me you start to see things change for you?
starting to see a change took probably what, a month and a half of basically being patient.
Okay, and then right. So the key word was patience.
Exactly. That is a big factor in this thing. It is, you have to have patience. Trust me, I am a living witness to
And
that P
then
word.
in
You
the
have to have patience.
patience, right. In the patience process, though, there was a mindset shift,
Oh,
right?
most definitely. Most definitely. Most definitely. You have to be able to change your mindset, or changing the way that you view a lot of stuff, because we are taught one thing growing up: work, 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 go to college, work, and get out of school, you get your job, and you be successful that way. And my thing was, I knew it was a different way to do this, but it was all about finding the right people to put me on the right path to get into my goal.
Right. Absolutely. Absolutely. And so when that mind shift happened for you, and then now you were able to get to your goal to become the entrepreneur, then what happened?
um Basically, when I was introduced to wholesaling, once being taught the wholesaling trade and how to do it and how to master it, you can sell anything. You can always find what product out here that the world is basically in need of, and you can wholesale it. I went as far as, I have license to do it. I have license to sell cars. Um, and like I said, it was all about that mindset change and being taught how to wholesale. It opened up a whole new avenue, and I mean, that's all I needed.
Right. So right now, how many businesses do you have?
Right now I'm up to 3 businesses within a
Okay.
year.
And then within a year, and then in that year, what would you say is currently now your net worth?
100 grand, and that's
So
and that
that's
that's
awesome.
say again.
I said that's awesome.
And
In
that
a
is that's
year,
actually that's
you got
actually
a
minimal.
network, you got a six-figure network.
Hmm. Yes.
So now what do you do? What did you do with your job?
Oh, I quit. And I don't try to say that to oh, I don't say that to brag or to boast or anything like that. That was it. Just like I told them when I first started this thing, what my dream was to do. It's all about speaking things into existence. I always said I didn't want to work to when
Mhm.
I was 45.
Yes.
I said I didn't want to work at 45, and that was my clearest goal. The Lord took me and placed me with these 2 people, and I don't work for nobody at 33. So he really cut a 12-year time span off of where I said I wanted to be. I didn't want to work at 45. I'm not even working at 35 for nobody but me.
Right. And you remember when you first started working with me, your goal to purchase a home what that was your goal for your credit,
Right. That was my goal for my credit.
was
Right.
to purchase a home.
Hmm.
And then after working with me, I changed that.
Yes. I don't. Quincy Harris
Right.
does
That
not.
was no
Quincy.
longer the goal.
Yes. Quincy Harris does not want to purchase a home no more. No.
Exactly. Who wants to purchase that house?
Harris Industries want to purchase that house now.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So how do you feel now your relationship with money is now?
I make my money work for me. I I no longer chase it. I don't have to chase it. I don't look for it. 9 times out of 10, ever since I've been introduced to this and how to make money work, money finds me.
Right. So what that says is you developed a better relationship with money. You are now aligned in your purpose and what you're supposed to be doing. So now you're not trading time for money or any of that, and the money is just coming to you.
Exactly. It is. It is very, very
And
blessed.
so was there anything special that you did that nobody else in this whole world could do to get to where you are now?
I only thing I can say is network. That's all I did that was special. The key to what I did was networking. Getting out here and not afraid to talk, to line myself up with the right people, and that's it. And I feel like anyone who got a mouth who can speak can do that.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So living well doesn't mean that, you know, or it's not impossible, I would
No,
say.
no,
Living
it's not
well is
impossible.
not impossible.
No,
It is very attainable, and it is very easy to achieve that balance.
exactly it
But you
is.
have to be willing to make sacrifice in the beginning and get those tools you need to accomplish that,
Yes,
because
exactly,
all of us weren't born in families that could provide us with those tools or that was equipped with them tools themselves to show us anything different.
exactly.
So that means you have to get out of your comfort zones, your same areas. Now, I'm in Florida, Quincy's in South Carolina.
Mhm.
Um, Me and Quincy have never met each other personally. We've never
Nope,
met each other in person, but that didn't mean that I didn't take this young man and place him in a position where he can now set a legacy for his family.
exactly.
So just because we're not in the same place didn't negate that fact
No,
that he can now set up with for his family, and leave a legacy. The
yes,
man now has two businesses that his children can now take under their wings at any given time. So I just think it's absolutely amazing. He is one of my star mentors, mentees, because he followed the blueprint. Like he
yes,
stuck to the script,
yes.
you
And it's
know,
and it's
like
that's
and that's all you have to do is just stick to the script. And if you
yes,
stick to the script, then you will find yourself in a place where now there is abundance.
of course.
The
And
scarcity mindset leaves you.
yes, and I'll add to that. Like, people have to understand, like, with the blueprint, I know it's hard. I know it's something hard to stick to because it was plenty of times I've called and called complaining and basically, uh, you want something so bad that you think you can get it overnight. I've come to find out that is absolutely not going to happen. That's impossible in a way because it literally took me to do this thing for like 9 months to a year. And once that happened, it's open. The floodgates were open for you, but you have to have patience. You have to follow the blueprint. You have to do what's asked of you, what you can bring to that table, because this is your goal. This is your dream. You know what I'm saying? This is something that you want for your family and you want for yourself. And if you want it as bad as you want it, why wouldn't you follow the blueprint? We was told all our lives what we should do about going to school and getting a job and just being out here in this workforce till we 40, 50, 60 years old and then retire. When somebody's giving you a blueprint to show you
Mm-hmm.
that it's another way to do this, why not try it? What you got to lose when you've been using the same formula for decades and it's not working?
Right. Absolutely. Absolutely. So that says to me that you're saying that you have to be willing to take a risk and have an open mind to
Absolutely.
something different.
Yes.
Because the definition of insanity is to do the same thing over again and expect a different result.
Exactly.
So a lot of us are on that insanity pattern when it comes to our financial health, because we'll continue to do the same thing over and over when we already know that the result of that. So why not try something different?
Exactly.
So yeah, I am like I tell you all the time, I am just super thrilled of your transition and the things that you have going on for you and your family. It's just amazing.
Oh yeah, I appreciate it because like I say, it's something that I wanted back. And then let me clarify some things up for some people too. I am a licensed firefighter. I am CDL driven. I have CDL license with all my endorsements. I have EMT experience. I have an EMT license. So before anybody think that I wasn't out here in this workforce, actually working, then you're wrong. I had so many titles that you can put under my name that it wasn't even funny. I mean, and anybody know driving a truck, that's a $60,000 a year job. I mean, all I got to do is get behind the wheel, which I still have currently. And if any time I ever felt like I need to go get behind the wheel again, I have that option. But with what I took from Rashan and what I took from Tasha and followed that blueprint and stuck to what I needed to, all three of those titles are obsolete. I don't have to have them. The only title that I was
Right.
wanting so bad and the only title that I felt like I needed so bad was CEO of what I wanted to do, of my company, of my business. And
Right.
I do what I want to do with my business when I want to. I don't have to get up and go drive a truck at 3 o'clock in the morning. I don't have to get up and go fight a fire. I don't have to get up and
Yes.
go attend to patients. Don't get me wrong. I'm not down talking anybody that does those jobs because I respect all my first responders to the highest letter of the alphabet. But that was something that I couldn't I couldn't wrap my mind around when I know it was certain things out here that I wanted to do and I knew I had to go do it.
Right. So as we get ready to come to a close, what it looks like I hear you say is that now you are free.
As a
You
bird,
are now experiencing what freedom really is.
as a bird, until you are able to be in this predicament or higher, you'll never be free. Never. You can have a great job and your job
Right.
can pay you $30 an hour. And don't get me wrong, I'm not mad at that. That is not something to ever feel like you got to be down about. I don't care if it's $15 an hour. I don't care if it's $10 an hour. There's nothing's wrong with that. But freedom is to go when I want to go, wake up when I want to wake up, do what I need to do. And long as I'm doing for my business, that, like she said, that's freedom. That's the freedom that we all should look forward to having.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And that's what I mean about living well. And financial health is just as important in physical health, because the financial strain and stressors that you were in before was detrimental to your physical health.
Exactly. Exactly.
Right?
And exactly. So, and it's like you got to look at it. I have 4 kids, and it's more of look how much time I have now to spend with my kids because I don't have to go and be on nobody's job or go do anything. I can spend more time with my kids to teach my kids more things that I know, and that feeling alone is mind changing. You know what I'm saying? Just to be there with my kids when I want to, go on vacation when I want to. I don't put in PTO time. I can do business while I'm on vacation if I want to. Matter of fact, I was just on vacation this past weekend. Still done business while I was on the road. I come back, business picks up just where I left off at. If I want to do something tomorrow, I can. If I don't have to.
Right. Right. So tell people about your business, what your businesses are, and if they could take advantage of any of the service you offer.
Okay. I have a lot of things actually that I do. I know it sounds like it's cliche, but I actually have a lot of things that I do. Harris Industries is my business where I invest in properties. I'm invested heavy in the real estate game. Um, with Harris Industries, we are trying to buy more houses. We are buying group homes. On the line of that nature, Harris Autos, which is my second business, is along with me selling cars. I do a lot of I pushed this year alone. Like I said, I think I started back heavy on cars, and I got my license around March or April. And when I got them, it was more of I'm over Metro by T-Mobile.com. It was more of whenever I got them, it was more of time as in on my own. I got them when I felt like I needed to get them, and once in that amount of time, 50 cars.
Right. So 50 cars in what time span was it?
6 months.
6 months. Cars. That's awesome. So people purchase cars from you. You sell cars wholesale, correct?
Correct.
Okay. And so you are doing real estate, and also you are selling cars wholesale. So you are
Right.
accomplishing two problems for people. You are being a solution
Exactly.
by providing housing, and you are providing transportation.
Right.
Correct? So
Correct.
basically, the takeaway is to someone that is watching this, they could actually know that the main thing in when you are seeking to be an entrepreneur is to be a solution problem. If you are a solution to a problem, then
Exactly.
there is no issue with you making money from that. Also, do something that you are passionate about, that has purpose for other people
Exactly.
and not just yourself. So
Right.
we are going to go ahead and wrap up tonight's show. I know we had some technical issues, but I really felt it was important for people to hear this information, because I think a lot of times people just be like, oh, she just talking, but honestly and truthfully, I genuinely help people reach their goal, especially when it comes to financial freedom. And because that is one of the pivotal things to help you get the best out of living well, and get that freedom. And all of that is different for everybody. I mean, you just heard Quincy say that right now his net worth is 100,000, but he is financially free. So he can say that he was a millionaire or he was a billionaire. So you don't have to have that type of money to be financially free. So financial freedom is different for everybody. Freedom is different for everybody, but you can obtain that. It is attainable, and that is my goal for people. So I hope tonight's show was of some value for you, some takeaways that you can use in your everyday life. If you are viewing this and you are in need of getting your financial health together, you can definitely connect with me through Destination Credit Spa. It is on Facebook, Instagram. Also, my webpage is www.dcspanow.com. And also, you can send me an email as well, and that is admin at dcspanow.com. So we're going to end this show tonight, and next week we will be on again, and next week's topic is going to be centered around business. We definitely have another great guest to come on. She is the CEO of her business, and this is a business that she built from the ground up. So if you are interested in a healthcare business, you definitely want to tune in to that. And so thank you again for showing up. I will definitely be selecting people to give out our random giveaway. Have not forgot. So the people that are tuned in, you will be receiving a message from me for a giveaway tonight. It will be 3 lucky winners. So again, thank you again for tuning in with us, and have a great night.